Yeah, why don't you just get out of here and go fishing and come back tomorrow when you learn something. Are you native from around this area? Grew up here or?
We moved here when I was 13. I'm from Pennsylvania.
Okay, that's a good place to be from.
Yeah.
You know, it depends on what part. Yeah.
I'm originally Tennessee,
Yeah.
Okay.
and so it's been quite an experience.
Well, so who had the meat cutting? Do you know meat cutting experience at all?
Only cutting up my own deer.
Yeah. Well, there's a difference.
Big difference.
Thank you.
You bet.
Set aside and being only program in town.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of good feedback. Yesterday was on the ground round.
Okay.
The man told me, and he eats it every day. And he said, since you started with this certified Hereford on your ground round, he said, the flavor is so much better. I said, well, we're cutting it now. It's for the labor intense in it, but and it looks so much better. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's the natural, what is it, pH
Yeah.
in the beef itself. Not that the animals are fed differently than in a number of feed yards, but the pH level in the Hereford maintains a red, bright color to it much longer than most crossbred animals or other animals in the industry. The marbling tissue that's in the Hereford is a little finer than what you'd find in some other breeds, but yet there's significant marbling in it to give you some flavor profile. But because it's a finer marble, it also has a tendency to make it hold up to that bright red look.
I see.
Yeah. But there's
been quite satisfied. I mean, with the marbling and plus the tenderness and the flavor, I've been very satisfied with it. And I even give all the employees some ribeye steaks.
Yeah.
I say, y'all take these home, eat them. Let's see what we got.
Yeah. What was the feedback there?
Good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
But
Well, I will tell you, I've been with the American Hereford Association for 9 years and certified Hereford beef, and I can only tell you this, and this is what I like about it more than anything else. I can't handpick anything. You see it just like I see it, and when I get a piece and deal with it, you're dealing with it just like I would deal with it.
Well, I have a story about a Black Angus farmer. He come in around Christmas. I wasn't in the program, but I had some Hereford loins.
Sure.
Strip loins, and he said, I need to order 2 for Christmas. I'm going to have friends and family over. And I said, well, I didn't know he was a Black Angus farmer.
Sure.
And I said, you're going to buy a good piece of meat? I said, I've got some Hereford. He said, well, I'm a Black Angus farmer, but I guess I can feed that to my neighbors.
Yeah.
This man came back 2 weeks after Christmas and told me, he said that was the best piece of meat that he had ever had.
Sure.
And all of his guests really enjoyed it. So, that we take a lot of pride in that. That's our feedback.
Yeah.
And, with us doing live radio each morning, we have people come.
Sure.
I heard it on the radio.
There you go. Well, that's it. Yeah. So you do a radio program here?
Every morning.
Really?
The radio station, you came by it when you was coming in.
Uh-huh.
It's a little place out of town. Well, not out of town. It's on that other side of town. But we grandfathered in to the people that we bought the store from. We have a very good spot, 7:20 in the morning. And there's a lot of people that enjoy getting up hearing what's happening at the harvest today.
Yeah. So, well, that's unique. I wish I'd have known that. I would have. Is that just once a week, or is that every day?
No, I do it every day.
Really?
6 days a week.
If I had known that, and what time do they do it?
You would have had a hard time picking it up on that side, 7:20. Coming out of Nashville, a lot of static.
Yeah. I've done a number of different radio programs. I would have been happy to sit in there and talk a little bit about the Hereford.
Yeah. I get on the phone.
You do? Okay.
I don't go to the station.
Oh, okay.
I do it on the phone.
All right. All right.
It's very interesting.
But Hereford's, Hereford's been around since the 1800s, and 1881 was the year the American Hereford Association was established in Kansas City, Missouri, and it's still there to this very day. It's our home office. That's the office I work out of. The Herefords were developed in Herefordshire, England, and they were developed in the 1700s and then brought over here in the early 1800s, but never really took off until after the Civil War. And when gold was discovered in California, people treated themselves and they wanted great beef. Well, they couldn't necessarily get it because at that particular time there were a lot of basically Longhorn, Spanish bred type animals in the United States. So when the Herefords were brought over here, they vastly improved the quality of beef and took off immensely. Oddly enough, though, we see expensive prices today in beef, like a T-bone steak in Montana during gold rushes sold for $15 a pound.
Yeah.
Even then, so based on numbers and eating quality and treating yourself, beef has always been the center of the plate, and it still is today.
Right.
I always tell everybody when I do seminars and stuff, whoever sit down and when you got through the great meal and you sit back and go, boy, man, now that was great chicken. They never say that. They go, boy, that was a great steak.
That's right.
And so there's people still treat themselves with steak. However, it is the mainstay of good protein to every family. Even when you talk about people in the sports business and what they eat, they all talk about eating steak. They all talk about how important beef is to the diet of the American people.
Right.
So beef is always going to have a home in the United States, especially. And Hereford has always filled that bill, and it's a great piece of meat. The consistency in the animal will always be there, 365 days a year.
So the people that's raising the Hereford for the program, are they? I mean, are they actually like a certified farmer?
No, not necessarily. We have 5,000 ranchers and farmers that belong to the American Hereford Association. I am one. So I got a beef in the hunt from pasture to plate. And there's my stand is this, that I want to sit down with good friends and have a good piece of meat. And Hereford fills that bill. Now, how do we get that there? These 5,000 ranchers and farmers are constantly. We just this last year we did a genetic meeting in Springfield, Missouri, where we talked about genetics of the animals and how to make more marbling in the piece of meat, what the consumer's looking for, and how do we get that in that piece of meat so we can put it in your case.
Right.
All right. So that's been going on since the 1800s, basically. So these 5,000 ranchers and farmers, a lot of them show cattle, but you can only have so many to show. And what we're interested in is a commercial guy out there who's not necessarily so interested in showing cattle as feeding cattle. And so when these cattle that have Hereford genetics are put on feed, their history on that feed is all kept record of. So every year we get carcass improvement data. We take these animals that are registered and that is associated with that particular animal, so that we can continue to breed these animals for better quality beef. Now, like I say, showing is important. It's important to young people and to the parents and so on. But the eating quality is what we're more interested in than anything else. And the consistency in that animal is our number one sales fact. And it's the quality of the animal. We're probably the most pure program with genetics in the United States there is today, as far as getting it out to the public. So, and we take great pride in that. We really do. So, we're not interested. This is kind of hard to say. We're not interested in that customer coming into your store to try Hereford. We're interested in that customer coming in to buy Hereford time and time again.
Exactly. Yeah, that's our goal here too.
Exactly. Any other questions? I'm a book of knowledge. Come on.
Yeah, I know. That's what I told David. He said, you might want to jot down a few lines. I said, well, Mick's coming in with the lines.
Yeah. But over the years, we don't do anything but try to improve the quality of the